Hey everyone, we'll be starting in a moment. I'm just getting everything set up. Okay, where's this and this? Where's this? Connection seems to be good. Voice is being picked up. I think we're good to go. So, hi everyone! Welcome to another stream! And the first one for this week. How's everyone doing? Hope everyone's doing alright. Hope everyone had a nice weekend. Today we are continuing with Ixion, where we have been stranded in the future or something. The world has ended because we blew up the moon by accident. Whoops. We gathered resources, we learned what we could from the Sol system, and we have now left it to go try and find out where this ship called the Protagoras left. We are following its trail, and we have arrived at the first system, which turns out to be quite gassy. There's a lot of gas that can be dangerous to us, so we need to keep out the methane, or whatever it is, until either we get more defenses or we just push it. Um, we have pledged to try and not lose at least a minimum of 5 scientists or explorers. We have already lost 2, so we might lose more. We'll just have to wait and see. And excuse me. And we're going to see if we can get to some of the places, because some of the places that we need to go in this system are in the gases. So we're going to see how that goes. We're also trying to restock our alloys because last time we were starting to run low again. Um, so yeah, one thing that I'm finding in this game is that it doesn't. It seems weirdly weighted in some things. It's like stuff that you can find rarely is needed a lot more, and stuff you can find more commonly is required a lot less. Which you think it'd be the other way around. Like alloys are kind of hard to restock, but it expects you to spend like 50 of them on one thing, whereas like electronics or polymers, I guess, are used for like a handful of things, but they're rarely used. So, you'd think it'd be the other way around, but for some reason it's not. But we're hoping to get more of that, explore the system, and then move on to the next one. I'm hoping that nothing bad will happen because everyone keeps complaining about something. Something keeps exploding because they just can't not, do that. And yeah, we're going to see how much we can get done today. Hopefully, we can finish this system. We shall see. So, without further ado, let us begin. But I hope everyone did have a nice weekend. Mine existed. I wish it was better. I don't know. Just lately, kind of thinking no one likes me. But yeah. Anyway, we shall see what happens. Corsair. I appreciate being allowed to skip that because I don't need to know that it's got epileptic seizure possibilities. Oh wow! Thanks for the follow. We just started. That was very fast. Welcome. Sunny Teps is pretty and cool. Uh, one moment. Yeah, I have it in my rules not to ask for personal Discord contact, so unfortunately I can't refill that, but yeah. Thanks for the follow. Right, is it showing up on here? Yes, it is. Is the sound being picked up? Yes. All right. Let's go. Load game. The gassy system. The any key. Right, so let me just reorientate myself. So we have iron 286, 148. We have a lot of silicon. We have very little electronics. No hydrogen. No waste, no ice. 50 food. I don't know, you can see this. Enough food is stored for one meal. 68 units of food are consumed per meal. 8 units of food are produced per cycle. Current average population covers 58% of meal requirements. Average balance. Sector 0 out of 5. Station minus 1.2. We got plenty of cryonic parts. We need more science. Science is currently working on something. We're also trying to avoid accidents in Sector 2. Sector 2 is happy, so... I did recently build a colonization protocol. Where did I put it? Ah, there it is. 4 electronics. Damn. I remember putting it here because I wanted to wait until I had enough alloys and stuff. Before I forget, are we sending anyone anywhere? Oh yes, we were sending this guy to go through the storm because we couldn't do much else. What are we working on? Science ship. We're currently working on the EKP optimization. Move 10% faster. I'm trying to see if there's something is science generated, 30%, 20%. I thought we had something that stopped them from thinking, but I guess it's just these ones. Yeah, more likely to avoid or to endure dangerous weather conditions. Okay, so only these guys get it, which is kind of annoying because these guys are the ones that need to go inside. Get going. You have achieved all the science, have you? Do we not have a probe yet? Why do we not have a probe? Because we need more polymers, that's why. That's just great. We have 14 carbon here. So why isn't it being transported? I guess because there's too much iron. Yeah, we've got more iron out here, which we do need. I guess once this runs out, it will then focus on this. What if I put it there? EKP technology. Woo. Alright, I can't do anything else with this. Or this. Food production speed is increased by 10%. 20%. Can accommodate 20% more crew each meal. Ice into water, waste into alloys, which would be pretty good. It's just that we don't have anywhere to store the waste. Can I upgrade the store to do that yet? Or is it because it's not letting me store it yet, it's because I need to actually have things that use it, and this is the only one that uses it right now. I need 5 more science, though, before I can get it. Solar panel polymer cost reduced by 10%. Solar panel production is increased by 2.5. Increases the production rate of science to 3 units every 5 cycles. Research speed is increased by 20%. That would be pretty good. These two are actually really nice. Let's just save up for now, though. They need more homes. One to 2 mess halls are currently active in. So the first sector needs two food places. Have we gotten all the frozen people yet? The crew of the mining ship something. This mining ship now extracts resources at a rate of 36 per cycle. That's pretty cool. Why is it making the jump music? Here it goes. God, I wish you could go around this, but the fact that it has to go straight through.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Really? Whatever. Don't get damaged. Don't lose any crew members, please.
A ship has been destroyed by a space weather event.
Why? You were literally in there for 5 seconds. I was like hoping it wasn't going to be that bad. Turns out it was. How come it says it was destroyed, but then it's still on my stuff? This sucks. Because it was for the other one. And it needs 25 polymer. Of course it does. God damn it. I hate this. But I guess it didn't count as a casualty? Because the ship blew up? I don't know, that's weird. How much does it need to make? You need 5. So you can now make 2 polymer. This is not good. Because we need to investigate this. I'm just going to have to hope that it can make it. I'm going to save. Save over the ghastly system, yes. Right, science ship, you better work. I was even skirting the outside because I was hoping it wouldn't get us destroyed or damaged, but didn't work out that way. Come on.
A ship has been destroyed by a space weather.
Yep, I am not doing that. Load. I keep losing them, so I'm just not going to do that. The issue right now is that I don't know how I would survive those. So who's building this? Okay, we now have one of those. Can I send this somewhere that would actually give me something? God, I hope this gives me some sort of special stuff going over here.
No more resources available to mine.
Where? I'm glad that this at least gives me carbon, because that makes it easier to find things. Bunch of iron and ice. I'm hoping that the new place we're going to find is going to have a bunch of stuff in it as well. I'm also... Why did you open that? I didn't press that. I'm also going to check Ixion, how to get past gas. Why did I put two S's? This isn't chapter 3. I thought this was chapter 2. Yeah, chapter 2. By navigating around it. That's what I've been doing, but it's not working. Because they still drive through it. Yeah, it just says to try and navigate around it, but I did. I specifically went to this planet so it would go and slingshot itself like a wee. But instead of going around this, it went through it. That's not my fault. Unless there's something here that can, like, put me into a good position, I don't think we could even get through there. There's another one? I have enough frozen people. I don't need more frozen people. A new point of interest. A probe has detected an unusual electromagnetic signal on the comet Rokitansky D79. Alright, go check it out. I know, every time. Maybe if we go here we can slingshot around, I don't know. Maybe there's something outside the system I can choose. Actually, let me try. Wait a minute. There is something here. Ha! That might work. Because if we can get our ship to here, and then we put it out here, it should avoid this completely and allow us to get to this. I didn't know that would be a thing. If I had known that before I had lost my previous science ship, it'd be fine. But no, I had to lose it first. I need more polymer.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Why? Because these guys are angry? Because we don't have enough mess hall? I mean, I guess I could just make another one. I was going to try and wait until I had upgraded it, but whatever. Ah! I see. I think we need to break this down in order to make space.
Neocont protocols have identified a new planet suitable for our colonization test program.
Colonists are non-workers that have been trained in Colonization Training Center. Colonists are crucial for colonization events. The number of colonists within the Tycoon is shown by hovering the mouse over the population icon at the top of the screen. You can transport colonists to a destination using a cargo ship. What a weird way to do that, but okay. They are represented as the population icon. Okay then. A probe has completed its scan and discovered a point of interest. And another one. And another one. So we found that one. DeVille 69 is eligible for colonization testing. Data collection will shape future dollars initiatives. Okay. Why is this taking forever to get broken down? That's why. I probably pressed no instead of yes. Okay, mess hall. There you go, you've got 2 of these now. Sensitive team reporting. We've landed on the Rotansky D79. The icy comet is barren, but its rotation causes shadows to dance across its surface quite beautifully. Flurries of snow move erratically around the comet, perhaps because of the abnormally high gravity. The signal appears to be transmitting from a cave. A glacial mass blocks its entrance. We await further instructions. Oh man. Temporary study center. Establish infrastructure support. Exploration, geological analysis. And use explosives. I don't really want to use up more alloy. I mean, we have a lot. I could, because then we would have 200, and we do have a lot of iron. Screw it. We have plenty. And because we now have 60, I should be able to afford, if I can get to the freaking science window, a waste treatment center. Research. So I know this is here, but I can't really get to it. Is there a point to it? I mean, I might as well, but... You know, I can't get to these things. Let me try. Blah, 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 blah. I'm just quickly reading, like, a... I'd say guide, it's more of a tips kind of thing. Why are you putting this upside down? It's hard to read it. What the hell? I'm like looking at the way that this guy's build stuff. He's put like 3 EVA airlocks in one sector. Jesus. I mean, it's not bad. It's just that's a lot. And then like 4 docking bays. Sector 3, they're using as some sort of food processor. Maybe moving things around a little bit. But that's it, just Sector 3. What about 4, 5, and 6? Is this the one? Maybe. Mac R. It doesn't tell me how to get there, which is what I'm looking for. Um... That does not help me, stupid Google AI. In order to get to this Mac R in Ixion, you need to find it as a point of interest. No, duh, I know that. Once located, use your science ship. to get to it. And I'm like, yes, but how do you survive the freaking gas stuff? Or are you literally telling me to save scum? Oh well. Anyway.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Is this different to this? Because this looks like it just destroys anything it comes in contact with, where this just looks like gas venting from the sun. You are disappointing me immensely, guys. Stop destroying yourself!
A probe has completed its scan.
Oh boy, ice. And drill and ice. I'm wondering if it might be better to get rid of this to make more space. Where is the new thing? Oh, wait, no, I'm still waiting for it to be built. Never mind. Crop farm, mushroom well. What does it say on this about food? Food. Here we go. If you have food sausages without using up more space, there's a number of techs you can use. Fusion station and crop farm. Well, I'm currently doing the waste treatment center because it gives me 50 alloy for 50 waste and 50 waste into 20 polymer. So it's basically a 1-to-1 for for alloy, a 2-to-1 maybe for polymer, and a 5-to-1 for 1 electronics. Why is electronics so hard to get? We have no water. But it looks like I don't even need any yet. Oh my god, they need so much food. Look, stop. I don't have the space to make more people be available. It might be better to see if I can upgrade the insect farm. Yeah, 10% faster? Sure. Whoops! A new potential point of interest where? Electromagnetic signal from an operational Dolus device. It appears to be an unidentified cargo ship navigating among the hydrogen and helium clouds of Tatra 5 V8. It is not responding to communication attempts. Got it. Why are you going through there? There, stop. Go back. Jesus, man. You were scaring the hell out of me going that way. Carbon. I'll take the carbon. I kinda need it for more polymers. How do you still only have that much? Right, I need you to stop. We're just turning you off. No more defrosting. We have too many people as it is. If I still had my other ship, it'd probably go a lot better. Oh! It might just be able to get through here without any damage. But it might be better to just go straight there. Just to be on the safe side. Only needs, what? 17?
A probe has completed its scan.
Where? Oh, over there.
A violent strike has started on board the Tycoon.
Can you not? I kinda need you, Polymer.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Can you stop? Stop it! Waste treatment, oh god. Oh my god, why you gotta be so big? Can transform. Man, what if I build it somewhere else? Nope, nothing there. This is a waste of time, precious usable resources. So after unlocking the tech for farming, start setting yourself up for recycling, DLS center and a waste treatment center. You can set a policy to allow waste to be stored in stockpiles. Recycling plant to create electronics, since that resources will be likely limited when you first unlock that technology. So instead of using the waste treatment to make alloys, or what was the other thing? Or polymer, you want me to just use it just for electronics? I mean, to be fair, he's right. I haven't really seen anything beyond like very few, rare instances of having to mine for any electronics. So I can understand that. Huh. I might do cell housing, because the problem is that... Where is it? There's no space to put this. And these houses are taking up a lot of space. average quality accommodations, which is okay, but here we go. They take up 2 spaces. It's 15, 40, where if you look at the actual thing itself, cell housing looks very thin, and while it's minimal quality, it at least stores 125 people, which is pretty good. That means less space needed for people to have in order to live. While it's not the best, it's definitely better than, you know, just 40. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Alright, let's get a road. Do you have enough now? No. You're still building. Well, there would be if you'd stop rioting.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Below 22%. Within 25 cycles, sure, whatever. It's not my fault that they're unhappy. They're the ones that are making the most problems for me. Utilizing the food restriction policy in Sector 1 ensure that none of the Tycoon crew are starving for 25 cycles. Sure. Food. Restricted. Yes. Waste. Recycling. Oh, okay, I thought it was just new... I thought it meant policies for each one could only be done every certain amount of cycles. It's no, for everything. We might be boned. We might be boned. "43 crew members died last cycle. That's probably because you guys suck." "4 crew died." I mean, if it means they're going to be less people and they're going to be less angry about it, sure. I probably should have stopped this from making more people regardless. Let's do a stockpile.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
For nothing, actually. Never mind. What request? Where? Allow cryoponics and storage. Living with the knowledge that loved ones could potentially be alive and in cryonics is not... I don't care! We have too many people as it is! Okay, you're actually starting. Good. You guys are pissing me off. How long have we been going for? About 40 minutes? We're rapidly sliding into freaking destroying everything.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Orb. With extra resources available to us, we were able to get through the ice. The cave extends deep into the comet, and gravity is even stronger within it than on the surface. Sending remote-controlled recording equipment ahead, we discovered an almost completely enclosed cavity at the cave's end, at the center of the comet. Within the cavity is a floating grey sphere, 5 meters in diameter. It has no discernible power source, but it does possess a strong electromagnetic field and emits a faint bluish glow. When we attempted to move the remote instrumentation closer, the sphere swallowed it, its surface becoming almost viscous. It's the sphere from the Warhammer 40k, Astartes show. Or, short. Post-decrionization treatment upgrade. I don't know if we want to get closer to this thing. Because it did suck up something when it got close to it. Where are you on here? Because we know that as soon as it got close to it, it sucked up what was ever nearby. So I'm going to just say leave the planet. Just gather the science that's there and just don't do anything else. Although, to be frank, to be perfectly honest, it's not a planet, it's a comet, but sure.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Crew on board the sensitive is not the original crew. Excuse me? After intense questioning and observation via the ship's onboard surveillance system, it appears that these crew members are indeed human and possess a good knowledge of Dollar's protocol and procedure. They stubbornly insist that they've always worked on the Tycoon, but the biometric data does not match with any crew register records. What? What? What does that mean? Do I suddenly have aliens? I mean, I don't really want to destroy my only science ship, so I guess I'll do the Naomi protocol. Whatever this is. Update the Tycoon's crew manifest to include the new biometric data. Phishing ID login. The Tycoon's manifest will be updated to account for what must be a database bug. Bunch of gobbledygook. Agnes Ripley's new identity is now Caspar Hatmond. Aina Tsushima's new identity is now Lois Keller. Akasha Sher's new identity is now Cornelius Waldner. Lorenzo is now Aloy. Okay. Sakura Kuwata is now Mathilda Wiseman. Okay then. At least I got to keep my shine ship. Hopefully it doesn't bite me in the ass. Stop it! And now you're optimal, purely because everyone died. Like, what, 50 people died? Once that's done, I am immediately doing cell housing. Because I need the space.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Well, they can suck it.
Administrator, you can implement a new policy.
Yay, go over here. Although, maybe it's better if you go over here first. Yeah, I get it. People are starving, but I can't really do anything about that because there's no space. We're gonna keep pushing this as far as we can go, and if it's like, oh, you're dead, then I'll probably just load the save and then do a lower the difficulty or something. See if that helps. I just wanted to see what it was like on normal. It's difficult if you don't know what you're doing or you haven't set things up properly. Accelerated growth has been researched. Yay. So how much is that a cycle now? 1.1. Woo! 1.1 insect, whatever that means. Do you just grow half an insect? Now that you're there, you can just go straight here.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon. A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Our probe has detected an abnormally high concentration of metal isotopes within Chevy 34's core. We have reached the core of Chevy 34. Metallic and prismatic formations rise from the surface. Reaching impressive heights, they disappear into the gaseous atmosphere. Some are surrounded and spanned by geometric rock clusters. Accumulated during the slow growth process of the formations, they share the winds that sweep across Chevy 34's core. Perform intrusive analysis at a temporary study center, establish infrastructure. No one can get to this thing unless they go around. Literally, the ships will just go straight through it, and I can't really control. I can't control the freaking cargo ship, so I can't get anything here. So the only thing I can do is get the lowest one, because the rest of these I assume would probably give me more, like 50 alloys for 50 science or something. But we can't get anything here, so I'm just going to do the protrusive analysis. Oh, I finally have a second ship. Finally. Get over here. What are we low on? We're low on alloys, but I can't really do anything about that. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Iron, carbon, and silicon. Not that we need silicon yet. I think we pretty much found all the stuff we can find here for story-wise, so I'm just going to keep the probe.
A science ship team has completed a task.
You have 3 electronics. I'm going to transfer electronics over, see if that helps. Go. I at least want 5, so we'll do 5.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Analysis and samples from the core allow our team to draw new conclusions about the arrangement and formation of metallic elements. Cool. That's it? I thought there'd be more to this. Oh, the sensitive received an alert from a crew member saying that they had spotted a gigantic molluscoid near the position. Investigate the report then. Please don't die. Will take you a turn. Maybe I should see about building a pathway this way so that it doesn't have to go the long way around.
Ship team has completed a task.
Upon nearing the location, it appears that what the crew member had actually observed was an unusually shaped geological formation. You guys keep seeing things. This is the second time now where the moment you're trying to leave something, it turns out to be nothing. You guys suck. Hey, there's people inside. Alright. So we need... how many? 30. 15. Can I stack this? Or is that it?
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
DeVille 59. It's eligible for colonization. We've landed on DeVille 59. Despite the cold and harsh environment of the planet, the atmospheric conditions and gravity are remarkably similar to Earth's. There are large bodies of frozen water on the planet's surface. Establish basic neocon colony infrastructure. Establish advanced neocon colony infrastructure. Leave the planet and return later. So we need 40 allies, 30 food, or 30 colonists. Or 60 alloys, 60 food, and 60 colonists. We don't even have 15 yet. What is the name of this place? Deville. Does it matter which one I do? Nothing seems to really change there. It's just depending on if you want to send 30 or 60. I'd rather just send the 30 because that's probably going to be easy. My trust. My trust. Ooh, cell housing done. 125 crew. Yes, please. I don't care that it's minimal as long as it freaking works. Right. How do they lay it out here? They put cell housing in the bottom right. I'm like trying to look at this map to see if it could work for me because they've left a lot of open space. What does he specifically say about this part? One of the worst things is having to constantly dismantle buildings and rearrange them. Yes, I agree. It's a huge waste of time, and ideally you put everything down and never move it. Yet, if you go in with a plan for every single tile and space, chances are you'll be forced to deviate from your plan more than once. Best strategy is a mix of planning and flexibility. Know what buildings you need, where they will go. Set aside for some sweet space. Find yourself needing to use the space plan for things you want to build later, but you don't need yet. For temporary things you plan on replacing later. You only have Sector 1. Sector 1 will only be... Well, at the start of the game, you only have Sector 1. Sector 1 will almost certainly become your production sector, but at the start, you'll use it for food production and space stuff as well. You may have space planned out for multiple factories, but chances are you'll only have one steel mill at the start. Go ahead, use that space that will eventually be your other 2 steel mills for your production. So they're specifically making each one thing. Because what I was doing was that I was setting each one to be a mix. So like it would all be able to sustain itself without the other sectors. But it looks like the proper way to do it is to have each sector do a specific thing. So like the first sector is supposed to be where you make everything, like the steel, the iron, whatever. That's where you make it. And then the second one is supposed to be where you do all your food. Or no, where you do all of the exploration stuff. You know, like here's some stockpiles, here's some airlocks, docking bays, you know, that kind of thing. And then Sector 3 is used for food, like exclusively for food. And it makes sense. It's just, you know, I don't have Sector 3 yet. Set aside some free space. Go ahead and use that space that will eventually be your other 2 steel mills for your food resources. Right, let me say this again. You may have space planned out for multiple factories, but chances are you only have 1 steel mill at a time. Go ahead and use that space that will eventually be your other 2 steel mills for your production. Before you eventually unlock the sector, you want to move food production too. On the topic of housing, people are going to fight me, but I prefer cell housing over any other crew quarters. Cell housing does not provide a stability bonus. I find that with the help of Legislative Strengthening Center, I do not need that stability bonus for housing at all. I mean, I guess they're right with that. There's an Ixion planner website. This thing has a website just for planning out your layout? Damn. Attached are some images made with the Ixion Planner website showing a rough idea of what you want. Everything that is left blank is essentially free space to build housing, batteries, storage, or whatever else you find yourself needing. Okay, so that's why there's so much space. Makes sense. So for Sector 1, they have a legislative strengthening memorial, a DLS center, 2 infirmaries, a mess hall, 3 steel mills, 2 electronics factories, 2 polymer refineries, 1 tech lab, 3 cell housing, and 1 Marduk memorial. Needs at least 8 times stockpile, one for everything but hydrogen, ice, and cryopods. Which is weird because on here he doesn't have it listed, but I guess that's what the open space is for. You put the things down and then you put down the storage. Which is a little odd because you would need to build the storage in order to even have the stuff to build these other locations. Okay. Then Sector 2, they have a legislative strengthening memorial, again, DLS center, 2 infirmaries, 1 mess hall, 4 docking bays, 3 EVA airlocks, 1 probe launcher, moved to other sector and replaced with 4 EVA airlocks around Chapter 4, 1 cell housing, 2 optimized quarters, or 4 times crew quarters, alternative life center, 1 drone bay. Needs at least 9 stockpiles, 1 for everything but waste and hydrogen. Why did they swap to optimized quarters? It's a bit odd. Also, I'm just noticing this now, because like the first one, polymer refineries, tech labs. Okay, it does have a mess hall. I must have just missed that. And then Sector 3 has not as much, but most of it's the same. 1 legislative strengthening memorial, 1 DLS center, 2 infirmaries, 2 mess halls, 1 fusion station, 1 water treatment center, 1 genetic conotus memorial, 2 times crop farms and 18 times crop fields, or 3 algae farms and 12 algae plantations. Damn, crop farms can make a lot. You can make 18 crop fields. That does sound like it would help support things. And it does say that it's a starting one, which only uses 3. And I'm looking at the actual image. There's so many cell housings. Like, it doesn't even have those listed, but they're on the map. And there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 10. Damn, okay. Whoops. So, How much do these take? These take 2. Why do these take more? Probably because they've got more people in it. Yeah, because you can see here, 3x3, 3x6, 8x2. That is not what I clicked. That is not cell housing. Is it? Oh, because it sticks outside. That, I didn't know. That's why it's only on the wall. I was wondering why. I was like looking at this. I was like, why are most of these just attached to the wall? It's because they have to be. Okay. So if we... I still can't believe they've got 3 EVA airlocks on that side. It makes sense though. So if that's there, that's there. Because I'm just trying to like properly lay out this thing in my mind. So it would have to be for the first room. And then the second room, and then Sector 3. It might be a good idea to wait until we get Sector 3 unlocked. Because then we'll be able to properly make the food stuff. Because right now I'm just kind of hemorrhaging stuff. If I can... it's crop farm, right? A significant amount of water to produce a large amount of food. Because that requires water. That's really the only issue. But I'll research it. While those guys are going over there. This trust, man. This trust. Go up here. Our trust is not doing so good. We also might need to build more things here. $60 provides 45 more. We gotta cover our boy in freaking solar panels everywhere. Oh, I didn't even see you. Rationing has been in effect in Sector 2 for a large number of cycles now. The human psyche requires nourishment and consideration. Unfortunately, you can only guarantee one of the two. Claim protocols recommend a more balanced approach. Pledge to change the sector foods within 10 cycles. I mean, I guess we can turn this back, because they didn't even mean to do it here. Normal. Yes. That should bump up our trust a bit. And seeing as we've got this out, let me check. Sector 2, cell housing is like right smack dab in the middle. So if we can... let's put it... because it requires 2 docking bays. I need to actually, like, measure this out. Docking bay... right, so... 1... 2... which means it would be there. I'm putting my finger on the screen so I can pretty much find out where it is exactly. So we can put it here. Let me just make sure on that again. So 1. Yeah, so that's where, that's the space. There we go. And then it's pretty much just a straight line down. Interesting. I like, it's kind of cool having this here and having it stick outside the back like that. They get a nice view. I don't know why it's considered minimal, because that looks kind of nice. process has taken so long. Alright, you are now there, so now I can send you over here without issue. We are learning lower on alloys. We have plenty of polymer though. Silicon is needed for electronics. Let's wait until that ship gets there. Right, you have 3 waste. If I can make a it's not stability stockpile, put it here for now, and we can make this waste once this is done.
A new request awaits your attention.
Within the station is a double security agent who has been offered better food portions and work hours. This role includes the responsibility to incriminate themselves should there ever be the need to ameliorate your mistakes. Place blame on the agent and promise to restore trust. This is going great, guys, and it's mostly Sector 1's fault. I hate Sector 1 so much. You're the bane of my existence, Sector 1. Hurry up, make more food.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Of course it has. They fell into the hole that's down here. Because if we can have this built, this takes up, what was it, 120? Yeah, 125. So we can get rid of 2 of the optimized quarters in order to make space. If we have 2. Yeah, we can get rid of these 2. And then maybe one of these and one of these for 30.
Administrator, you can implement a new policy.
That's great. Waste recycling. Yes. Alright, now this is up, so we can now close this. Dismantle, yes. Dismantle. Yes. Which then should free up more power. And give us more alloys. Has the science ship arrived there yet? It has. You could have said something. Okay, we're going to go here. I'm going to hope for the best when we send it here so it doesn't get destroyed.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Can you guys, you know, not do that? I really need this, like, crop sector done. I probably should have done it earlier. Why is this taking so long? Because I don't have any science, that's why. Why hasn't this gotten any alloys yet? Okay, save here. Or it might be better to make a new save. We're dying! And then we can send the sensitive into there to get more science, hopefully. Let's hope. Although it's white, which you'd think it'd mean that it would be safe, so it shouldn't be damaged. This is the only dangerous part.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Probe sensors detected traces of Dolus EKP signatures near Mach R. Tracking its trajectory, it appears to have entered the planet's atmosphere. Coordinates of a potential crash site have been now established. The planet's surface temperature is extremely low. Reaching the crash site, the sensitive team found the remains of a science ship frozen in ice. Thaw the ice by venting the sensitive fuel cells. Drill through the ice and investigate the wreck using a bore scope or set up excavation equipment. This requires alloys, but it might be the safest option. But I'm not sure. The issue is that the use of the alloys will just spin up more stuff, but we do have a plenty, so maybe it'd be fine. Fine. Here, you do it. You're the only one that seems to actually be doing anything, Sector 2. I wish I could label the sectors. I could, let's say, label Sector 1, the useless one, and the second one, like, I don't know, best sector. So how many are in here? 88 of 125, so we could close down 2 more. I could get rid of this, which I will do. 103. And then if I close down another one, which is another 15, would be 103, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we'd have 120. It might just be able to do it. Wait, did I miscount? 103 plus 15. Plus 10 would be 113. Plus 5 would be 109, 6, 7, 8. So it'd be 118. We should be able to do one more then.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Due to your continued indifference to the problems of the Tycoon, a radicalized group has caused explosions.
Has occurred
Oh, what do you
in
mean,
the Tycoon.
indifference? I literally cannot do anything! Or would you just conjure stuff out of nowhere?
Administrator, you can implement a new policy.
I'm still waiting for this, by the way. Imagine if these guys get done, it's like, what happened to Ixion? Everyone's dead. Well, they kept blowing stuff up, so I couldn't really stop them. Oh my god, my trust is at 0. What was it said that needed to be built here? A legislative strengthening center or memorial. Well, that's not here. Is that a research thing? Yes, it's here. Okay, I'll be sure to research that next time. And wasn't there a Marduk one at some point? Infirmaries, mess hall, docking bay, EVA airlock, cell housing, optimized quarters. Huh. Okay then. Marduk Memorial is for Sector 1. Why is this so big? Just trying to think. Sector 1. 3 steel mills. So Sector 1 needs the steel mills. They are put on the left side. The electronics factory is gone there as well. Tech lab is top right. I'm just doing this in my head so I can figure out how to do this, because I'm going to have to move around a lot of stuff in order for this to work. So the steel mill would have to be put on the left. The electronics factory, we don't have that, do we? We do. Problem is, it requires to be over here. It's like this. Which suck. I would also have to get rid of this. Because the docking bay is not even in Sector 1, at least on this one. They put the docking bay in Sector 2. They put 4 docking bays there, which makes sense, because then you can have all 4 ships here and then it'd be easy to handle. So we would need to get rid of this. I mean, this is already empty, so we can just get rid of that. I am just moving things around because I need to.
A science ship team has completed a task.
There's a thing here? Where? Oh, up here. The discovery of the Endermente's attack on the Protagonist, the who? Many of the crew's theories about the UN's animosity towards Dolus have been confirmed. The crew have been shaken, learned that they were stuck with a seal of banishment with the former authorities of Earth. This will increase the prevalence of dead Earth sickness in a tycoon. Yay! I am so happy I found that! Whatever that is. All components from the wreckage have been conditioned and prepared for extraction. The sensitive team was able to recover data that revealed the cause of the science ship's crash. Named the Place, the ship belonged to the second generation Taurus-class superstructure called the Protagonist. Following some sort of attack by the Entermankia UN ship, the Place attempted an emergency landing on Mach R, coming in too fast. It was almost completely vaporized on impact. The crew manifest has been recovered. So we got 40 polymer and 45 science from here. And high-quality lubricants upgrade for workshop. That's great. We can get the research from there, which then allow us to also get things done. How much more do we have here? We still have carbon. Have some ice, so we can't really do anything with the ice. I think it's time to find more iron. Oh, wait. There was some here. There you go.
Administrator, we have collected and analyzed enough data to locate the Protagonist on the planetary system map via probe scan.
Okay.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Insect farm has been disabled. You goddamn... You're annoying me! Stop destroying things! I have 9 turns in order to get Trest up to 10%. I don't think we're going to be able to do that. Unless I, like, start massively scaling back things here. Sector 1. What do those say? Polymer refinery. Because it's upside down, I have to turn my head. I hurt my neck doing that, though. Ow. They have 2 infirmaries, 1 mess hall, cell housing there, and there, DLS center in the center. I think... I'm gonna have to do like a massive restructuring for this. Jesus, man. I am going to get rid of this. Now. Oh, has it? That's great. Oh, it's finally done. The crop farms allows for the creation of an automatic harvesting for up to 9 crop fields and uses a significant amount of water to produce a large amount of food. We do not have Sector 3 available just yet, but it might be a good idea to just replace these with the crop farms. So I'm going to do that. Dismantle, yes. Dismantle, yes. Yes.
Completed its scanning.
Oh, integrity is now way down. So I got rid of the other one. Oh wow, this takes up a lot less space.
Tycoon death toll now stands at over 100 under the current administration.
That's just great. I really enjoyed listening to that. Extremely violent hurricanes have moved through the system of Tatra V8. We are having difficulty maneuvering and fear that we may be struck by lightning at any moment. We have successfully located the cargo ship. It does not seem to have noticed our presence. I don't even think the cargo ship is alive. I think it's probably dead, guys. I'm going to hail them, to be honest. Let's just hail it. Statistics scan through the communication frequency, beginning with those commonly used by dollars to try and contact crew on board. Do it! I don't have any electronics. I probably should have made that electronics factory. And it puts it up here, so I'm going to have to get rid of these. I could... Where does it put them? In Sector 1 for mess halls. One mess hall is put down at the bottom. Down here, somewhere. Because the modern memorial is put here. With cell housing here, here, and here. And there's a path above, then it's infirmary, and mess hall is like here? The workshop is not even on the list, so it's probably just put somewhere, because otherwise you can't build anything. So it has to have been put somewhere. I'm just trying to figure out... Big open space there. Steel mill, electronics factory. There's 2 electronics factory, 1 tech lab. What we will have to do is that we will just have to put this somewhere I can, which may be over here, or I could move these. Here's what we'll do. No, not that. Food. Move the mess halls over here for now. Dismantle these ones. Make these high priority. And then I don't have anything, so I'm going to have to wait.
Ship team has completed a task.
Established, but the sensor crews received nothing except white noise in response to their hails. I guess go board it then. Now build electronics factory. Okay, sort of. We're gonna have to get rid of this. Wait, no, that was a mistake.
science ship team has completed a task.
Boarding the cargo ship was successful. Inside, the team found a PA, personal assistant piloting the ship. Interrogate the PA. Our team will try to extract information from the PA about the origins and intentions. It's all the gobbledygook again. What is the Naomi protocol and why has it come up with this? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Sure, interrogate the PA. Are you still waiting for a freaking... Wow, okay. Hurry up and break this down.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Where? What do you want? Many of the crew lack quarters. DLS indicators show that the interests of the crew are rapidly diverging from those of Dulles. Do not forget that a housed employee is a productive one. Sure, I'll do that. Right.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
No, not steel mill. Get off. Electronics. Okay, so we need to get rid of... I wish I could just put this down. It would get rid of those things. Electronics. There we go. And then it kind of goes like to there, and then straight down to go around. Which again would require us to remove this. Yes, I know you're all starving. How many housing was it that it needed in Sector 2? Cell housing, and then optimized quarters in the left. I don't know why, but... that will require... There's only 20 homeless. It's just 20 homeless. What the can they do? Why is this taking forever to get destroyed? Is it because there's not that much space?
A violent strike has started on board the Tycoon.
Really? Waste. I'm just trying to figure out where this goes. So we got this, which goes there. Double bay, which is here. And it's one space up, so I'd have to get rid of these two to put down optimized quarters.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Protagoras was hunted by the Tamanki. The UN was ruthless and systematically investigated all areas of space they knew the Protagoras to operate in. A key part of their plan involved infiltrating Dulles from the inside and sowing dissent among the Protagoras crew. A mutiny forced the Protagoras to stop in this system for longer than planned. The rebels gained access to a command terminal and transmitted the protagonist's exact coordinates to the Etaman key. That's when my parents put me in this body and left me here to play with the wind forever. Excuse me? What does that mean? They copied someone's brain into a computer? It's getting built. We'll soon have electronics, which is good, because we keep running out. We don't have any right now. Plenty of silicon, though. Alright, and now...
A violent strike has started on board the Tycoon.
Yeah. That's going to take a bit to get built, actually. It's died from the lack of nutrition. Is a symptom of a supply chain. Place to have 92 food stored. Yeah, whatever. I'm trying to do that right now, to be honest. But y'all keep dying.
A science ship team has completed a task.
The cargo ship is on its way to the Tycoon. New cargo ship. Oh, okay. That's great. I've got 2 cargo ships now. Does not have a designated docking bay. That's just great. That means I'm going to have to make another one. Which I was going to do anyway once this gets done, but for some reason it's still there. Is it purely because we don't have a place to store the electronics? Here. Or is it because you don't have enough space to put the other stuff? Right, this is currently making 1 electronics right now. And we have 74 science. Can I... electronics, where are you? Electronics, there we go. Can't bear anything for that, never mind. Can I improve the crop farm? Accelerated growth. While attending the International Livestock and Agricultural Show, I had fun imagining what it would be like to have similar competitions for the insects we work on. I don't think the world is ready for that yet. Research that now, just get more food going. Okay, am I just gonna have to make a path that goes straight here? Is that what's your issue? There you go. Wow.
Warning. Hull integrity below 10%.
Yeah, I know. Space. Docking bay. Ooh, just enough. And then it's sector 2, and then it's 2 more docking bays on this side, which means I have to move this. But I have enough space to put this here. So that means I've got 3 at the moment, which will now allow me to get rid of this one to put over here. Hurry up, make one electronics. So we have iron, we have carbon, ice, ice. This is still being worked on for some reason. Somehow we still do not have any alloys here. I don't understand that. Accelerated growth has been unlocked. Cool. I need the legislative strengthening center, so I'm going to research this. +2 stability while the stability of a sector is below 0. That'd be great.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Can I assign one that's already been built? There you go, Aldana. And then I can put... could I just... I could do that. I could just make this all cargo ship. Here's what I'll do. I change this to cargo ships. So the Aldana and Santa Sleigh. There we go. And then we can change this to all science ships. And then this one, once it's done, can be all mining ships. For now, we'll just put the one mining ship here, I guess. Which then allows us to get rid of this, because now this doesn't have anything tied to it. Oh, it's fine to build this. Great. Right. Crop fields. Put them all down. That's 4. If I can get rid of this, I can also put more down. It just means that I need to put more space for water. So if I can swap this out for ice. Where are you? Ice. Wait, that's not ice. This is ice.
You have failed, Administrator. Core functions have been rendered inoperative.
Great. I was literally on the brink of actually fixing stuff. The Tycoon's role has been breached. As Nihai's predictive modeling suggested, generalized structural collapse and depressurization led to a significant losses of life. Those who reached the emergency chronic pods are only delaying the inevitable. Alright, so we can restart the entire chapter. That might be the better option. Because if we restart, we can then redo some of the things that we failed at, because there were plenty of times where I chose the wrong option and it just killed everyone. Plus, it would mean that I would have less in Sector 2 and I could build that more properly. Yeah, let's do it. That's our first failed attempt. But like I said, because we failed that on normal, I am now going to lower the difficulty, because this is going to be one of those games where it's going to be harder than you think it is. And I am perfectly content changing it to easy just so that I can get it done. It's like we've gone back in time!
Full jump complete.
Yep.
Run severe. I predict.
Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so. Save game. New save. Rewind time. And I'm actually going to delete some of these to make more space. Right, and now difficulty settings. Oh damn. The challenge mode achievement is inactive. What do you mean? I'm actually looking at what the difference is between this. Oh well, I can pretty much change anything I want. Yeah, I'm going to go with Journey, apply settings. Just so then we can get through this. And I am actually going to start breaking things down almost immediately. But first I want to find things that we need. So let's get the iron sorted out first. Iron. And then research. Immediately. Cell housing. Can we make electronics yet? No. Yes, we can. Here, we now have things sorted out. It's optimal, neutral. Sector 2, I need to reassess. So docking bay is there. We're gonna have to move this up out of the way.
A new request awaits your attention.
Yeah, space, whatever. I know about that. Crew's convinced they'll never see us again. Yes, whatever. I know. They're sad. Quality life is important to you. Oh, okay. Trust bonus per 50%. You're going to say this now, but later on you're going to be complaining about everything. Okay, need to remind myself of the size. Okay, so I need to move this somewhere else. So I'm gonna do that now. Mess hall. Space, space, space. I could, for now, get rid of this, which will then give me enough space to put it this way.
A probe has completed its scan.
Great, awesome. Next, we need carbon stuff. Ice would be pretty good, actually, as well. We could send you out here now.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Alright, remember doing this before. I can't remember. I believe we chose this one to get the most out of it. But I'm just going to check Falcon 74. Yeah, this gave us 60. So we need that. So I'm going to put that on right now. Do it for that one. Yes. Close that. Right, we're speeding through this because we know exactly what we need now. I'm going to try and work towards that. See, once you know what once you have the idea in your mind of what you need to do, you can then just get things set up properly. Okay. All right, put the mess hall right here for now. We can break down this one. Because, now that I know how much electronics is needed and that we can run out very early, I'm going to build electronics up first. So then that could be, ready to go. And then we need you to go here, so we know that's there. Come on, hurry up.
Probe has completed its scan.
When it's weird when it's like you know what you're doing now and then the music suddenly feels more impactful because of that. It's like, yeah, this song is all epic because now I know what I'm doing and the game knows it. But it doesn't. It's just on loop. Hurry up. Okay, we actually need to stop you from building more things because you are starting to put stuff over here. We need more workers over there, so I'm actually going to change you again so that you send people over here instead of to Sector 1. Bomb, bomb, bomb.
Science ship team has completed a task.
Great. 60 science. Stay there and you get me the science.
A new request awaits your attention.
Crewmembers are worried about the number of hazards we are coming across the space station. We'll promise that no people above 5 will die. Seriously doing this right now? Fine. Switch this to food for the moment. There. Factories. Electronics. Electronics, Sector 1. It's up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And then it just goes across here.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Yeah. Retrieved all science? Good. Right, that's been made. I can now put this over here. Up here, I'm going to need to break this down. Right, Sector 2 needs... Well, none of these. Does it need an alternative life center? It does! Where does it put that? Right at the edge. It'd probably be better to do that when I have the actual stuff ready for it, because I need to have things down here in order to properly gauge where stuff goes. I wish I could, like, change song to something else. Like, put it to something else, please. Population. So we have this. I need to get rid of these two things. So let's do that now. Also need to put down some stockpiles for that so I can have somewhere to put it. Changing that one setting to journey has made everything like so much more abundant. It's kind of funny. Right, cell housing, done. Right, we now need to do crop farms. So research that. Population. Cell housing can be put down here once this is gotten rid of. Probably also get rid of this now.
Accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Of course it has. Come on, hurry up, build it.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Right, Shepdol, extract navigation data from it. That's the only option I have. Hopefully I haven't messed that up just now. DOG. Yeah, pretty much just do it. And then if I can, science, ship, because I know I'm going to need some of these. I'm going to get the things now, so put that up next. Although that's kind of redundant to do that now because I kind of need it for this one. So maybe deep dive apparatus is the one we should do next. There we go. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay, that's finally built. Docking bay, right next to it. Yeah. And then we could put cell housing right next to that. Population, cell housing, right there. Cell housing has it just go straight across from where it is. So like that. And then, God damn it, go to the right thing. Then it's 1, 2, 3 from the left. 1, 2, 3, so here. There you go. Oh, whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, now this is finally done. It's available. There you go, send that over there. We need water. I'm going to turn this off for the moment. Although we do need more space, so actually I'm going to turn it back on. Never mind. Oh, almost done.
A science ship team has
Anyway, scanner remains, blah, blah, navigation data, blah, blah, more. That's a lot of iron. That's more than we had before. I think it was only 300 before. Determine the cause of the destruction.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Of course it does. What do you want now? Crew criminals are complaining about the high level of smoke and noise in Sector 1. Pressure shut down factories for 10 cycles. No! Alright, let me just recheck Sector 1. Right, we need to get rid of quite a bit in this corner, because this should be up here. I'm going to wait until this is built, so then I can move everything from this over to here. Which might require me making another one of these, just to store all of this. Let me see. If I get rid of this... Wait, no, not that. I meant to put people in there. There we go. Oh wait, no, that's still going. Never mind. Whoops. Although I can send out my probe, actually. Just to make it work, because for some reason it likes doing this, I'm just going to do that. There you go. Oh, is it not? Whoops, that's why. I was wondering why it wasn't building it. It's because it's not connected. Ship tool was intentionally hit by a projectile. Enter man key, resume data protocol. Leave. Well, we've got another one now. Might as well launch it.
Neocont protocols have identified a new planet suitable for our colonization test program.
Okay. Colonists, we already looked at that. We don't need to read it again. Alright, and now we can move things over here. So from Sector 1, we're gonna get rid of that for the moment. Put the Sector 1 thing here. And then we'll put the dynamite one there. Then we can put you here. Have a second science ship ready to go. The Archimedes, that's a cool name. And now we can close this. More science achieved. Alright, we'll send you to Fargo. I should have, I do not. I was going to say I should have another probe, but I don't. Alright, that's now gone. I now need to put like 3 steel mills there. So it wants me to get rid of this pathway. Should be fine. No, no, not that one. And then I will need to get rid of this whole thing here. This is gonna suck. We'll do that in a minute. Let me get this first one built. Crop farm, finally! Alright, we'll do accelerated growth as the next one. Alright, because I've got that, I can now get rid of these. Replace them with the crop farm, which I'll put right there for the moment, which will give me plenty of space then. Probe has completed scan. The scan is somewhere over there. Are you still being built? Because you're not... Okay. I was like, why didn't it do it?
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Fargo. Right, this is one that we failed before. I think before I sent like either a small team or one person and they just died. So if I can send this properly... Send a small team. Yeah, I'm just reading up the thing for it. It says, yeah, they were swept away, so I remember that. And I don't want that to happen. Let's play it safe and send them all, because the last time we sent just a few, apparently that was enough to just make everyone fall away, or at least one of them, and then another person was lost when we tried to return or something. I don't have the exoskeleton technology at the moment, and it's going to take a while for me to get that, so I'm probably just going to send all the sensitive crews. You've got this, guys! This time.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
If it has, why can't I do this? It requires deep dive apparatus. Okay, we'll wait till we get this then. It's literally the thing I'm researching right now. Build, my friends! Alright, cool. Accelerated growth is going. Science ship, we do need to research this to put this on the timer. Get back to the main map. And now you can research here. I believe last time I did the microprobes. I'm about to do better this time. This is Parenti. $45, 60, 75. We do need quite a lot of science, so I'm actually going to do this one. Advanced metallurgical analysis. Get to it. So we're going to have to set up some things here. Because these guys don't have any way of getting stuff anymore, so I'm going to have to share between these two, which is probably what the idea is. Oh, there you go.
Ship team has completed a task.
Cool. Unknown class. No one was lost this time, which is great. Briefly investigate the cargo ship to learn more about its origins. Recover archived digital data. I can't remember if either of these did anything. Fargo. Recover and survey. Let's do survey. This is still going. Whoops. Wrong one. Hurry up. While we're waiting for that. Gotta build all of these. That's 4. just to check on the layout for Sector 1. Because for Sector 1, it doesn't have any of the food listed because it just doesn't have that space available. It just has it as an open space. Because they're supposed to be free areas. Because we don't have Sector 3 unlocked, which is where we're going to be doing most of our food at the moment. We kind of just have to wing it on some of this until we get that. Which is fine. Of what I've been doing anyway.
Happy New Year, Administrator.
Thanks. Sector 1 is now specialized in industry rank 1. Okay, I guess because we built 2 steel mills. What does that do? She's our science and Parenti. We're still waiting for that. I wish I could see on here what being in the industrial sector does to this. We need water. So I need to make another freaking storage thing, which I don't have any space for. Unless I get rid of one of the batteries. Do I really need to? I don't think I need to. I can get rid of one. I've become more experienced. What was that? The mining ship now extracts 36. Okay, cool. That's great.
An accident has occurred in the Typhoon.
Why would you do this to me? It's space. We need 2 more docking bays, which fill up this entire bottom row. So 1 there, and 1 here. And then that goes into 3 points onto here, so it goes 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think that's what it is. 1, 2, 3, and then on the 4th one, it's a building. So 1, 2, 3, and then up. Because there shouldn't be a building here.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Independently attack on the protagonist. Many of the crew's theories about the UN's animosity toward Dulles has been confirmed. Yes, whatever.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Screw UN. They killed us all. It was the recovered communications fragments recorded by the pilot. I did not state the Enderman key only to be devoured by this monster. Blah blah blah. End data. Alright, cool. That's that done. We're going to need to leave you there in order to get some more science. So that's 1 being built, that's another 1 being built, that's 4, which is good. The only reason why these aren't working is because they don't have enough water, which is what we're trying to work on. Just bear with me. Oh, that's great. Let's... How are we doing on homes? Not that good, to be honest. if I get rid of this thing, I should be able to build a thing. How much does it stick out again? Not that much. So if I get rid of this, it will stop me from having polymers, but I'll be able to build a building there which will let me have more space and also allow me to build storage, which then allow me to build one for water, which then can be used for this. Speaking of this, I'm going to build more of these so I can have more stuff done. Seeing as I don't have any polymer, I might as well get rid of this for the moment. Because these drones, or where is it? It's not a drone, it's a probe launcher. Probe launchers go into the top right on the second one. So pretty much where this is. So if I get rid of this, just trying to think. If I get rid of this, I should be able to fit in a probe launcher. Ooh. Actually, I might need to get rid of this and move it along one. That's great.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Yes, I know. I can't really do anything about that right now.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Defy the Coriolis effect. Particles specific to a similar space has also been detected. They clearly play a major role in the complex balance of forces present on Parenti 85. Hey, Enki Dusks. Angui. Right, yeah, gather that. I'm going to save. I'm going to save it as over the rewind time. Okay, how long have we been going for? 2.5 hours. Oh my god. I didn't realize we had spent that much time doing the first part, failing, and then starting again. What do you want? Transfer 47 foods from Sector 2 to Sector 1 within 15 cycles. Really? I mean, I guess because you guys don't have any food? Sure. There you go. You wanted 75, didn't you? Or 47, not 75. Let me just rebalance that then. The game eats time. Yeah, it does. A lot. These kind of games do that for me. Oh, man. Special Sector 2, now specialized in Sector Space Ranked 1. Whatever that means. I need to get the DLS sector in order to find out. Right, now that I have space here, I can put down a cell housing. Does it say specifically where? No, it just has them labeled as 3, so like 1, 2, 3, yeah. I can't really build any of this anyway, so I can get rid of this. Oops. And get rid of that, and while that's doing that, I will build this. I need one for water. And then I can transfer water between the two. Is it because it's not in a stockpile? God damn it. There you go, now it's ice. you want me to put this here from what this shows. Yeah, 2 optimized ones there. I don't know why, but there you go. Alright, you got all the science, Archimedes. You can go over here then. Now because that's like that, I can... Oh, no, it's the other way. Right. What? Oh, okay. I'm like stupid. I thought it was going the other way.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Rodansky. Oh boy. It's a twin-tailed comet, Rotansky. We've already done it. I'm just like looking out to see what the best option is. Definitely don't use explosives because it destroys everything. Infrastructure gives 45 science, while the other one gives 30. We do need as much science as possible, so I might just do the other one. This one. Alright, let's do it. Let's hope it works. Now, how does the... How do I make the water? Does it just turn into water? I might need to look it up because this is the first time I'm making this thing. Ixion. How to make ice into water. A fusion station. I need a fusion station. I could have learned that before. Do I have one? I don't even have one. I guess I'll make one. How are you still not transferring food over? There you go, just do that. Done. And now I can revert it back so we're not screwed over on everything. Building storage is full. If this could hurry up and get destroyed, then I should be able to, unless it's 48, it carries 110, so that would be 110, but I would have 8 left over. Would not really help here. If I destroy this other iron thing, it might help, but it might be time to get rid of the battery. Change the silicon to iron. Oh! Yeah. Good point. Good point on that. Thanks for that. I didn't notice it until just now. Thanks.
In the tycoon.
Stop having accidents! Just give everyone hard hats or something. Where's my other science ship? There it is. Here, you go over there. You can store multiple types of resources in one storage. Just switch type even if there's something of another type. Yeah. It's just that I keep forgetting. I got a bunch of these and I can do that. So I was like, oh yeah, I could just, because there's nothing in here, I could change it to this. Because there's no polymer, I could change this to... what do I have a lot of? Electronics is 1 and 6 and 1, isn't it? Maybe. Break it down, finally. Right. What was I doing? I straight up forgot what I was putting here now. I believe it was cell housing. The only problem is that... Okay, so population... Cell housing, so that will go there. So it's pretty much the same size as that. And then 1, and then 3. I wish I could properly access whatever you want, yeah. So the tech lab is actually in the top right of this, or it should be. So I would need to break down... I'd have to get rid of this and this in order to make space to put the tech lab. And I need the tech lab to research things. So I'm just trying to figure... Because it's a little hard to gauge the size of this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there, so 1, 2, 3. Yeah, because this is one slide bigger. So there is where I would need to put it. I have some iron here and I have some of that. If I change this to... There's plenty of space in there, actually. We might need to take the hit for a second. We might need to just bring these down, put the iron factory there, get rid of that one, so it goes over there. Then we could put the tech factory there, then I could put the housing there. I'm going to save before I do any of this. So yeah, get rid of that. Save, 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 save. Okay, so in order to build there, the factories, I need to get rid of that chunk and the bottom of that. And then these ones here as well. How do they get into this anyway? I guess they aren't, so I will will temporarily make a pathway
A
here.
science ship has arrived at its destination.
Where are you? No point wasting time on this because it doesn't do anything, so we'll just get close. I'm going to temporarily turn this into alloy. There we go. Research is done in here. Fusion station. Transform 50 ice into 40 water. That's a lot of water. Every 1 cycle and stores it. Cool. Great. We'll do that in a minute. Alright. First I need to get rid of this. I believe it's about up to there. Then, steel mill. Great. And then we can have a line straight through here. That's how it's done on there, yes? Yes, it is. And then because that's there, stop zooming in, I can get rid of this one.
Administrator.
What do you want?
New request awaits your
Shref
attention.
fell below 22%. Whatever, screw them, I don't like them.
A science ship team has completed a task.
There's a dollar design. Decals indicate it belongs to Pythagoras. Board the cargo ship. I don't know why we would think we would want to ram it. Wait, is the other one done? Right, this is still waiting for alloys. Right. This side is starting to run out alloys. Yeah, that should be good. And while that's doing that, I will build the fusion station. Oh god, this is massive! Why has it got to be so big? How far does it stick out compared to the other thing? Because if we got the space, we should be able to put it down as well. Gonna need to rotate. Okay, so yeah, we should have plenty of space for that. There it is. That should just be enough. Sector 1 no longer specialized in infantry because I took down one steel mill. Don't worry, I'm building another one. Can't do anything with that. Probe launcher. Probe construction speed increased by 50%. EKP. I do kind of want to make the science ships faster, but at the same time I want to make sure that these survive. Emergency cryopods would be pretty good. Science ships are the ones that put themselves the most at risk, so it might be best to make them as best as possible.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Food restriction policy to ensure that Tycoon are not starving. I don't even have the DLS center set up yet, but sure. Okay, everyone's not happy with me, but trust me guys, we'll get this sorted, just wait. Alright, we need more silicon. There is no silicon in the system. I have a barnacle? I guess I'll put you on here. I didn't know you had you. Now would be a good time to have the freaking probes. Resume. Interrogate the PA. I need to get rid of this to build the probe launcher. Because that needs to go here. Go up. I'm like scrolling, but it's not doing it. Right. We've got enough steel mills. I think we can get rid of this one. Plus it frees up some electronics, which we can then share across here. Which I should probably do. I only need 5, that's all I need. And then I can start building this. And this should immediately solve our food problem. Right, that's already break down. So now we make a probe launcher. Huh, weird. I can still move it right, but the image stays where it is. Just doubly making sure. Yep, it's right against the wall, so it's here. And the thing only goes through about here before it goes straight down. Which now means I can get rid of this.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Protagoras was hunted by the Intermanki, blah blah blah. The mutiny forced the Protagoras to stop in the system for longer than planned. Rebels gain access. Parents put in this. Recover the cargo ship and disconnect the PA.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Yes, I know, I know. Hurry up. Oh, thank God. Oh, this looks cool. So this should make us 40 water with per cycle, which is crazy, which then should put this.
A new request
Incriminate
awaits
themselves.
your attention.
Yes, place the blame on them for the moment. Right, then we get 8 a cycle, which should be good. Set the food policy to restricted in Sector 1. This is still going. That is actually being completed now, which is great. I should be able to build this up here now. Let me just make sure. Well, I'm going to have to break it down in order to do that. And luckily I'm not researching anything, so yeah. Goodbye, Tech Lab.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Nutrition. Place have 56 units in Sector 1 within 15 seconds. Should be able to do that now. We'll see. We don't have any food for the moment, so we'll put alloys in here.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Blah blah blah. Do not descend to the cavity, just leave the planet, because you'll get sucked in otherwise. Okay, and now I can build this up there. Is it right against the wall? Yes, it is. And it literally just has a thing going down here. It just goes 1, 2, 3, 4. It goes to both lines, but doesn't go beyond. So that's pretty much what it needs to be. So yeah, that's fine. And now with that gone, I can now build a cell housing. There we go. And now this needs to go across each one, but stops at the end of this, so like there. And then that goes straight up. Yeah, because this shouldn't be here on this thing anyway. And then something called the Marduk Memorial goes here. I don't think we have that, do we? Oh, we do. Put that there, that creates more stability. That's the effect. This gives a +2, so I could get rid of this for the moment. Alternative... yeah, it's not there. For the moment, we'll just put a connection here, just to connect it. There you go.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Oops, do you want to do that? Indicate the crew on board the Archimedes is not the original one. You make them the original. Yep, that's fine.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
So I'm about to switch this back to what it was, but I don't know what that was. I think it was food. Normative eating crops grown in space delights the crew. Even if purely perceptual, the turning of the ordinary into the extraordinary can have a profound effect on judgment, elevating the otherwise humble to the sublime. Sure, plus 50%, yay! Woo! Something good happened! Let's hope we can keep that. Now, why do these still say power? Do I actually need roads to those things? Well, I mean, this is already connected, so I'm not really sure why that's saying that. I thought I had an extra one. We go to space. It's on its way to Tycoon.
Tycoon death toll now stands at over 100 under the current administration.
We've just started. Right, now that that's built. Experience an intensive Sergeant melancholy according to Munchie care protocols. Blah, blah, blah. An alternate life sector. Sure, I guess. Auto build that. I need to put this somewhere now. There you go. We'll let you just focus on that for the moment. Wait. Just a realization I can put down there. And then I can put the mining thing on here. There you go. Right, alternate life center. Does it say if I need one on this? Alternate life center is optional, and it goes below the probe launcher. So about here, which means I need to get rid of this weird loop-de-loop. And then they've got like all the stockpiles beneath this, so just so then I know it's there. Stockpile. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we need 9 stockpiles, and it's apparently 1 for each, so I'll just go like... what does it say? 1 for everything but waste and hydrogen. So skip that, do that, do that, do that, that, and that. Okay.
An accident has occurred in the Typhoon.
Where? Of course it happened there. But we'll make more food for you. Because this just has a big open space, so I could just put this anywhere. Granted, all of this is like taken up, so if I put it like that... What? No. They've got that and that. If I do it... No, that wouldn't give me enough space. We would have to go over here. So I just have to wait. Wait for this to get destroyed. Did I get Ixion through the jingle jam? What's the jingle jam? I'm gonna have to... put it like that in order for that to transfer over. Some charity thing? Oh. No, I got it some time ago. I've been playing it recently. They have? Oh, well, I didn't know that. That's not what I'm playing it, though. I'm playing it because I just wanted to play it. I got it a while ago. So right, get rid of the polymer from here. Get rid of this, because we've got that over there now. Building not powered. it is powered though. Huh? This makes no sense. Is this a glitch or something? Why is it saying it's not powered, but it is? Oh, wait, no, dismantle. No, wrong button. Oh, we've got 4 cycles to build this. Hopefully this will be built in that time. Okay, so we don't need some of these now because we have enough of these. So, break that down. And this. Not sure if that's what's going on there. Yeah, maybe. That's still being broken down for some reason. Alright, stored in Sector 1. That's great. Now trust is way up again. We just got to keep making them happy. That's been built now. A food policy in Sector 1. That will require the DLS center where... Am I blind? Or did I not research it? That's me. I didn't research it. Researching it now. Okay. I can get rid of this part now. Which then opens up more over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which now I can change to that, that, and this. I need you to stop making more people. You're making things harder for me, so turn off. Right, 27%. Come on, just 6 more cycles. Colonization Training Center. I do have a probe now, so I can actually look for more, like, silicone and stuff. Carbon. Carbon. We do also need that, so I guess I'll do that.
crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Of course, the DLS center unlocks the moment that I've lost that. Alright, so we don't have enough space for this just yet. But at least we have this now. Point of interest. Do we have any science ships nearby? We do. Go over there. That should do it. Temporarily, we will make you a thingy deposit. Or maybe we won't. Do you?
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Population. Optimized quarters. There we go.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Of course it has. Right, we were here before. I believe we did the excavation equipment and that went fine. Let me just double check that. Yeah, we were fine with that, so we'll do the excavation equipment. And now this can go back to what it was. Food. People.
No more resources available to mine. You go check out that. We'll probably finish up in a minute or two once I get everything settled again. Sector 2 needs more homes. I don't believe it lists anymore. Yeah, it just has those 2 optimized ones, unless I can somehow make spaces take up less. Where's the optimized one? Oh, that is in there. Well, I need this, so I'll also put it in the list.
just checking in. Yeah, that seems to be right. Although it puts it right against the wall, so there should actually be nothing here. It's too late now, though. At least my trust is going up. That's great. That means we're not going to die.
Probe has completed its scan.
Woo! Carbon and silicon.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Is there. $23. It's really just Sector 2 that's angry. Just because you're starving. If I get rid of this, I might be able to make some more stuff. But we're also trying to, you know, save up space. If I can put the food thing here. Like that. Should make me have enough space for everything. Stockpile there, which will give me 9, and then space here. And we would need to put, because an infirmary and a mess hall go over here. Oh, not that one. Infirmary, mess hall, and then infirmary here. So like that. It's a weird layout though. Why is there... I'm looking at it. Yeah, it says infirmary. I'll leave it open for the moment. Mess hall. There. And then this just goes straight across. Airlock. And then this part gets cleared, and then something called a drone thing goes there? I don't think I have that. I think that's a later thing. And then the rest of them over here is just airlocks. Get rid of these, come on.
The science ship team has completed a task.
Protagoras. high quality lubricants.
Administrator, we have collected and analyzed enough data to locate the Protagoras on the planetary system map via probe scanning.
Right. Build the last stockpile, which is for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did it say to do it not for carbon? For hydrogen and waste. So carbon and then silicon. Go. And then well, technically I don't need to put it there, I can put it down one. Yeah, that could work. Or actually, cancel that, and we can drag it closer. We can put it over here. Oh, whoops. I didn't want to do that. There we go. I mean, I rotated it. I guess that works. And then food. Crop farm. Facing that way. Hey. Alright, well, I don't need you to get the hydrogen. Let's get that off for the moment. Because otherwise it's going to store up in there. Alright, finally. Then we need this. Research. Colonization Tracking Center, which I don't believe is listed anywhere because they're supposed to go in one of the free spots. Sector 3 has a ton of space. I think it can probably go there, but we'd have to unlock it first. Sector 1 could also do it, but we don't have the space at the moment because we're not finished making things. This we need. While it's doing that, I can put this back to 4. Alright, we go crazy with this. And then if I can make a fusion. Ooh, this is actually really big. I forgot about that. Well, this has a lot of water. If I can share between the two stations, that should be fine. Doesn't look like I can, though. That sucks. Huh. Is that big open space? If I clear out this, I might be able to put it down. At least for the moment. Ugh. Scratch that. It might require more than that.
The crew's trust in your leadership is falling.
Yeah.
No more resources available to mine.
Set up basic one. We'll do that in a minute. Let me just quickly see before we stop. I can get rid of this part. So, Ixion, how to transfer water between sectors. Pipes. Put on left corner of the screen that it cannot be moved between sectors. Okay, I guess I'll just have to do that next time. But that is where we'll stop for today. I went a bit longer than I wanted to. Got to save over rewind time. I was actually supposed to finish, what, like 40 minutes ago? But hey, at least we managed to make some good progress. We did a lot today. We failed the first time, got to the end of that, and now we're here. But that is where we'll finish for today. We're starting a bit late, or finishing a bit late, but thanks for joining me, everyone. As usual, if you haven't already, be sure to like, follow, subscribe, do those bell notifications so you know when our next stream. If you like what I do, there's links to Patreon and tips, and if you do become a patron, your name adds to the patron list here, or I'll give you a shout out every stream like I do with Hiro Kuni and the Soulmaster37. I thank you for the continued support. I really appreciate you all. And we go into space, become spacemen, even more. I'll be back tomorrow with Ghost of Tsushima, and I'll be back with this on Thursday. But until then, thanks for joining. You'll have a nice rest of the day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.